Welcome back to J&J Dynasty. Trying something new, trying a different camera, trying to increase the sound. This room's a little echoey, so please excuse me. But hopefully you will like it. That means smash the like button. Hopefully you will subscribe. Hopefully you'll put a few comments below. Oh, and hit that bell too. So let's get into this episode of News and Notes. We're at the end of August, cut down day. And basically a lot of different news and notes. So we've got a bunch of players who made rosters, players who didn't make rosters. We got restructuring of contracts, a few trades that I don't know if they're going to be really relevant or helpful. But we have, let's start off with Jimmy G. Jimmy G restructures his contract and he gets to play another year in San Francisco. It's a wise move, I think, on both parts. If Lance falters, if he gets hurt because he is a running quarterback, that may be helpful with them. So I'm sorry, I'm like rolling my eyes here a lot just because on the screen I'm looking at myself and it's a little bit delayed. So not liking that too much. So I'm kind of like not looking at myself because it kind of getting me off a little bit. At any rate, so Jimmy G is back in the mix in San Francisco, and we have that to go off of. He would be a nice little backup plan. Don't count on him. He may get one or two starts. So take that information for what it's worth. So let's get into a trade, I guess. Laviska Shenault got traded. I'm not going to go through all the trades, just the more fantasy relevant ones. He got traded to Carolina. Don't know if that really does anything for him. He could, if the staff does it right by him, they will use him like they used Curtis Samuel a couple years ago when Curtis Samuel had a great year and got paid. Went back to Ron Rivera, who is going to, of course, use him incorrectly like he does everybody. Oh, and also let's talk about Washington. The sad news about Robinson getting shot. So we don't have a time frame on him being back, but at least he's out of the hospital. At least he's going to be survive, and it sounds like he's going to be able to resume his career at some point. Most likely, he will start off on the pup, and my guess is 6 to 8 weeks at the earliest. You got to remember that. I mean, he's got to first of all get over the physical disabilities. I supposedly he was shot in the butt and the leg. I don't know where he was shot in the leg and don't know what the bullet hit. So with that being said, I don't even know what type of time frame it would be. I mean, if it was just a muscle deal where he got shot in the quad and the glute, that might be something that probably takes 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, maybe he'll be out the whole year, and maybe he won't play until next year, because once you get the physical healing of the injuries, then you've got to heal the muscles and get those strong again, because now he'll have sat for at least a couple of weeks for that stuff to heal, and then you also still have to get the scar tissue to break up with the physical therapy and stuff. So it's a big momentum switch for the Gibson owners, but a sad day for the Robinson owners. But at least, thankfully, he survived that whole incident. So that's, again, not a good incident. So let's get into some of the cuts, I guess, for players that you don't want. A bunch of the rookie running backs did not make rosters. Um, White, who looked good in New England, he got released. More than likely, he'll come back on the practice squad, but that means Pierre Strong is a little bit farther up the food chain than I thought. I have personally released a couple shares of Pierre Strong already because I just don't have the room to wait for him to become something for a couple of years. My time frame on him was maybe being a starter or a producer next year, but that looks like that time frame is pushed back a little bit, or I'll have to pick him up at the end of the year for next year. Other guys, God, there was a lot of Max Borgi got cut. As far as the rookie running backs, who are the other guys? I thought Adams, did he get cut from New Orleans? A bunch of rookie running backs got cut. Now, just because they got cut and they're going to go back onto the practice squad doesn't mean that you want to, just forget about them. Obviously, get rid of them off of your active roster because you can get players who are going to have value you can use at the end of the year, or if they ever come off of the practice squad and start participating in games, that's when you want to go out and get them, pick them up for $1. So you don't want to roster these guys the whole time. One of the other big cuts was Sony Michel. Sony Michel got cut, which means Myles Gaskin is in a much better situation than you thought, and also Salvon Ahmed. Drake got cut last week, but he also wound up re-signing with Baltimore, or signing with Baltimore, not re-signing. So we have that. Who was the other? There was, I was just thinking of another running back too that moved around. So I thought there was another running back that got cut owed. That was kind of surprising, but not really. At any rate, so as far as the young quarterbacks, Carson Strong got cut. Kellen Mond got cut. So if you're in a super flex league, know that those picks or those players, you're not wanting them currently at this price. Let me think. I think that's pretty much about most of it. I know I'm forgetting somebody or something as far as a running back, but hey, this is a test video to go with the camera to see how it looks more so. But I just wanted to get some content out there based off of the all the happenings with the cut down to 53. So don't be surprised if there's some more movement, just because that's what's going to happen. I mean, teams are going to re-sign other guys once they get through waivers, those kind of deals. So just don't be surprised if there's a little bit more movement. Keep an eye on everything, and hopefully I will help keep you updated too. All right. Until next time, take care, and thank you from J&J Dynasty.